Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome to my video. My name is Ulul Aminatus and this is my first time making a video like this. So I'm sorry if it doesn't turn out well. And in this video, I want to let you guys know as well as review some of the books that I have read during this semester, which certainly are related to history of Islamic community in Indonesia. Nah, because of the current of situation with the COVID-19 pandemic that requires us to stay at home, in this video, I will also recommend you guys to read a book in the form of PDF because we can neither go out to buy some books nor visit the library. Okay, let's start. The first book I will discuss is the book titled Riwayat Perjuangan Kiai Haji Abdul Halim, or History of the Struggle of Kiai Haji Abdul Halim by Miftahul Falah. I think this book is not too thick. There are about 200 pages, and as the title suggests, this book discusses the life of Kiai Haji Abdul Halim, who was a great ulama and had many influences on the journey of the nation's struggle. It was also explained how since childhood he was already very close to Islamic life, starting from his family up to his education at the pesantren or Islamic boarding school. Besides, this book is also illustrates how enthusiastic he was to contribute to the fighting for the independence by joining the national movement groups such as Perserikatan Ulama and Sarekat Islam. He also set up a pesantren called Santi Asromo as a form of his devotion and love toward Islam. Overall, I think this book is written in light language, so it is easy for readers to understand every event that occurred. And there are a lot of lessons too that we can take from this book, such as sympathy, struggle, as well as tolerance. And I think the writer is very good too at describing the information he gathered so that we as readers are absorbed in it. So I think this book is very suitable for you guys who want to know more about Islamic figure in Indonesia and their contribution to the country. And the second one is a book written by Al-Haidar entitled Pemikiran Politik Proklamator Negara Islam Indonesia SM Kartosuwiryo, or Political Talks of the Proclamator of the Indonesian Islamic State SM Kartosuwiryo. As we all know that Kartosuwiryo was the leader of the Darul Islam Rebellion that took place in 1949 to 1962. And in this book, this is discussed in detail how he tried to establish an Islamic state in accordance with what he dreamed of and his action in the political world. In fact, that desire arose from his disappointment with the Sukarno's government, who agreed the Renville Agreement, when in fact that the agreement was much detrimental to the Indonesian state, and he considered it as a pagan government. And in this book also explained the figure who influences his thinking until he successfully gathered followers that culminated to the Darul Islam Rebellion, was much led by his death sentence by the government under Sukarno. And not only that, the writer is very excited in revealing the fact that he discovered, and in his opinion, the spirit of the Darul Islam Rebellion still exists today. And in addition, this book is also discusses the position of the Darul Islam Rebellion in the midst of the national political conflict at that time. So I think this book is very good, guys, because it gives a very detailed explanation, not only from historical perspective but also political. So for those of you guys who are interested in Kartosoewirjo's profile, I feel it is a must to read this book. And the last one, there is another book which is also related to Kartosoewirjo, entitled Darul Islam di Aceh or Darul Islam in Aceh, written by Tia Aisyah, Subhani, and Al-Khaidar. This book is focuses on the movement of the Darul Islam group in Aceh, which is also one of the most important region in Kartosoewirjo's plan to stage a rebellion. The explanations branch out in the history of the formation of the Darul Islam group itself, which began in West Java and then reached Aceh. Darul Islam in Aceh was more led by ulama Dars, and several times Congress was held to finalize the preparation for the rebellion. And also the response and impact on the people of Aceh. This event was considered by some to be a form of Sukarno's political failure and the success of the propaganda that was carried out by Kartosoewirjo. So I think this book is very helpful in aiding to understand the element of triumph of the Darul Islam movement in mobilizing the community, and how was the background of the people on the Aceh themselves. And local history books like this would be very interesting if we really are occupied in it. Okay guys, finally, those were the 3 books that I have reviewed and recommended to you all. They were all good and I really liked them. And of course, let me know down below in the comments if you guys have read any of this book and what your thoughts are on them, or just let me know down below in the comment some of your favorite book or history book or anything. And I hope you enjoying this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.